please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to Omegon 2 Electric Boogaloo. Today we're going to be responding to a number of videos from a TikTok user called Colton. The reason why is because Libs of TikTok put out one of their videos, I saw it and then realised, another rabbit hole, what a glorious day. Where I can then learn a bit about people on TikTok and the ideas they espouse to perhaps better understand who they are. Libs of TikTok had tweeted, male who uses they/them pronouns says he wants to be male and appear masculine, but just wanted female anatomy, so he got bottom surgery. Quote, I hope that makes sense for you. This one, on the face of it, is quite strange. So I went and found a video before the surgery, and I thought I'd play that first before we play the video that Libs of TikTok had tweeted out, and then look at, after that video, a more recent video. Again, as many of you know on this channel, I do love a good rabbit hole. And this, well, that feels wrong now I've said that. In the context of what we're discussing, let's just dive into the videos before I give myself an aneurysm.
These comments actually crack me up. I'm not male to female. I'm not female to male. Obviously, I'd be getting demonetized if I was.
Demonetized where? On TikTok, you don't have enough followers, do you, to be monetized? Unless the system has changed and you're allowed to monetize much earlier. I would point out, on the face of it, that's quite amusing. Surely you mean suspended for community violations?
Male to female. I don't have breasts. I'm transmasculine, male presenting, non-binary.
Transmasculine, non-binary, male presenting. Well, that's interesting. Does this fall under the umbrella term of no gender? Agender? Maybe gender? Kinda gender? I don't understand. Obviously I'm getting a bit old, so these things do go over my head a bit. Transmasculine. That's interesting on the face of it. I didn't realise that your dysphoria was isolated to trait as opposed to biology. Male presenting, of course, yes. Non-binary, couldn't care less. It's the transmasculine part that intrigues me.
If that makes sense. So I don't identify as either male or female.
You realise then that is just a gender, right? Or are we not using that because we want to be different and unique and stand out? The correct word then becomes narcissism.
But I'm male presenting. I'm literally just a dude with a vagina. That's it.
Oh, the temptation to make the crass jokes. There are many of them, and I really want to make them. But much like you not wanting to show yourself having boobs, although you are laying down, they could be moobs. We never know. I don't want to make the crass jokes and risk being demonetized.
So, what you're seeing is the male side of me. What you're not allowed to see is the female side of me. Hope that makes sense.
Yes, it totally makes sense. We don't get to see the female side of you because that's intimate, right? Okay. And you are going through a process, according to your TikTok, post-op now. Over a month, in fact. Congratulations. Since having that bottom surgery. Many people asking questions about how it was paid for. You mentioned insurance in a separate video. But let's go to the video from Libs of TikTok now before I get completely sucked into asking far too many questions about why on earth you would want to present as masculine but not identify as male and have a lower half that is decidedly not. It is quite a confusing one, really. Now, of course, your dysphoria, your version of it, is unique to you. Okay, there is a sarcasm sign needed for this, perhaps. I'll insert it just in case, because I don't fully understand. I don't think I'm meant to understand, because I'm a bloke. Let's move on to the video that Libs of TikTok tweeted out before I get really stuck in my head on this one.
Okay, so to answer your question, if I was born female, unless I had keyhole top surgery, I would have incision lines here and here to resemble top surgery, which, as you can tell, I don't have that. Not at all. So, to answer your question, I was born male. I want to stay male presenting. So the way you see me right now, it's the way I'm staying. Pronouns are they, them, but I'm masculine presenting.
I'm glad you understand who you are and the choices you've made with the surgeries you've had, because somebody needs to be able to explain it and convey it adequately for the rest of us lowly plebs, especially myself. I'm low IQ, did you not know? who struggle to grasp at the idea of male presenting being born male, not wanting to be male, so removing the genitalia part and replacing it with female, yet still retaining male presenting, non-binary, trans, masculine. This identity thing is very baffling to me. Maybe I work too much. Maybe that's what it is. I go to work, come home, go to the gym, do some more work. I live my life that way and don't obsess over gender identity. Maybe that's something I need to understand better.
So like I said, born male, I want to stay male, but all I wanted between my legs was female anatomy.
So that's quite strange really, isn't it? You don't want your penis and the other adjacent parts, so they're gone to an extent, non-recyclable, non-returnable, and you've gone with a permanent change for a physical part downstairs for no reason other than simply you wanted downstairs to be female in one region, while the rest of you retains your masculine presenting identity. When I hear people do things like this, my first thought is always the same. I hope you paid for that with your own money. Since I know yours came from insurance, I won't deny I'm a little curious how they managed to justify it, or you managing to justify it to them.
Well, that's what I have now. I have a vagina between my legs now, but I'm still male.
Wait, what? You have a designer vagina, bonus hole, between your legs, and you're still male. Okay. So the reason I'm quite confused here is because male is used usually when you're speaking of biology, but as is often the case now, as the current year changes and progress more and more towards insanity and debauchery, you find that words that have scientific merit are being co-opted, misused, appropriated to push a different message. And on the face of it, this one doesn't quite work for me, which is probably where my confusion is.
So literally the whole time all I wanted was to be a guy with a vagina. And now that's literally what I am. So I hope that makes sense for you.
You just wanted to be a guy with a vagina? Oh, don't tell me you're like another one of those trailblazing morons. Like the person who wants to be trans and be the first person who wants to have a trans abortion. You get me? You realize how bonkers that is on the face of it. You just wanted... Actually, I kind of get it. A lot of guys, if they had boobs, they'd play with them. That kind of thing. But at the same time, come on. I'm starting to understand why libs of TikTok put you on blast.
If you ever have any more questions, you can either scroll through my videos to see if there's an answer for a same question you possibly have, or I'll either comment or make another video like this one for you. So, I don't mind making extra videos.
You'll often find on TikTok this applies to the majority of TikTok's users, because they need the comments so they can make the content. Because originality is dead unless they're doing some lip-synced, some shitty audio, with some equally crap acting. Or they're doing ASMR for their various shops to talk about how delectable their various food products are. Or the same cringy magic tricks over and over again.
It helps get my message out there and everything else so that people, I get more followers and whatnot, and it helps me on the path of becoming a motivational speaker. So, the more you know. Have a good one.
A motivational speaker for what exactly? Mutilating your body just so you can be a male with a vagina, as you yourself have conceded. A motivational speaker for insurance companies willing to pay anything so you can have the surgeries you really want. A motivational speaker for Darwinism, perhaps. Natural selection in action. Or in this case, ensuring no further action genetically. Oh dear God. So someone did have a query, and it goes to the most recent video from this account, querying the nature of the female presenting bonus hole downstairs. Yes, okay. As it's TikTok, they always have to reply to negative comments in some manner. This is no exception. Colton has a few words to say.
I'm not just going off of the comment you made here, I'm going off your whole damn channel. But I will start with your comment. That word right there, yeah, it is.
From a purely scientific perspective, no it isn't. It is a body modification to resemble one. Think of it like vegan foods that are often named after their meat alternatives. Yeah? This is that. The designer one. The Gucci, right? The man-made. But if to avoid being called trabsphobic, transphobic, or another buzzword to pigeonhole the person saying it isn't, sure, call it what you like. I hear others call them hatchet wounds as well.
Yeah, it is. I have one, and that's what it is. The only difference is mine was surgically made. Mine was made by the hands of another human being. It acts just like a real one, except for the fact that I cannot bear a child, and I do not have periods.
And this is where you will invariably find a line in the sand. Many say it is not one because it does not serve any of the functions that a vagina is designed for, genetically used for. Yes? Because of that, it is argued you've removed your genitals because, as you yourself have said in previous videos, you are male-presenting, trans-masculine, non-binary, they-them, but with a vagina. And you also said a dude with a vagina. And as I've earlier stated, a lot of words have lost all meaning and been replaced with alternative meanings.
But now back to my previous statement about your channel. My followers, check her out. Back me up here.
Do not do that. As a creator on YouTube, we abide certain rules. Never send someone else to someone's channel just because you disagree with them. I disagree with you and some of the messages you espouse. I do not encourage anyone to go to your channel. In fact, I actively state, do not. Why? Because your bad ideas can fester on TikTok. It's where your crap belongs, quite frankly. Your weak tea tactic of sending people to someone else to bully and harass them is transparent. But let's hear your argumentation for the next part, to go after her channel, to really give her what for.
Your channel is nothing but pure hatred for the trans community, calling us mentally ill individuals, and apparently we're indoctrinating your children. I'm sorry, that's where you are wrong. We are not indoctrinating anybody.
I agree. I don't believe you're trying to indoctrinate anyone. I think you're trying to one-up each other, especially on TikTok, where a lot of videos I covered here and on Rumble adequately demonstrate how it is constantly a case of, but I'm the most unique. And then someone comes along and goes, I'm going to dab on that by now showing how I'm the most unique. And then someone's going to come along and go, but I'll see your dude with a vagina and raise you, dude with a vagina and boobs yet still male presenting. And then someone will come along and say, I'll have less of that shit, thank you. I think you'll find I'm dude, boobs, vagina, and something else. I actually can't think of another thing. I don't know, a tongue bar? Do we still do that? How about a metal mustache?